First college, so I drank half a litre of vodka. Yeah.
And how often were you doing that?
Pardon?
How often were you drinking half a litre of vodka?
It was a weekly thing, yeah,
Right.
to begin with. Definitely.
So would you be just, you know, like getting ready to go out, or were you doing that with friends, or doing that alone secretly?
Doing that with friends to begin with, yeah.
So you didn't think that that was a problem? Got
No.
a little bit merry. Kate, at this point, Mum, you didn't notice anything untoward? No.
No, not at all.
At what point did you start thinking maybe your daughter had a problem?
Probably just about a year and a half before it came out, really. But I didn't think it was that to that extent.
And what was it about her behaviour, what she was doing, that made you think maybe something's going on here?
Behaviour towards me changed considerably. She became verbally aggressive and mentally aggressive. She actually did come physically aggressive as well towards me.
But how was she getting away with it up till then? Because, you know, you must have been able to smell it on her. How were you able to disguise it? When you go into her bedroom in the morning, you must have been able to smell.
No, I didn't. No, I just wasn't aware of it, really.
You weren't thinking of it? You didn't think your girl was doing this?
No, no.
How were you disguising the smell?
Brushing my teeth, you know, sort of things. I'm hiding bottles behind fences and stuff. And first one thing I could say, an addict, from being an addict myself, is we're very, very manipulative. Like, we're very, very good at hiding things and trying to make out to people that what we're not, really. When
did you first sort of realise this was more than just you liked to drink, or you liked the confidence, you liked a bit of escape? Because the volume increased and increased and increased, and compared to your other friends who might have been going out once a week and doing this, there must have been a stage where you thought, I'm needing a lot of this and I'm drinking this at strange times of the day as well.
Yeah, it was more so towards the end of my addiction that I realised that I had a real bad problem when I ended up in hospital. So yeah, that's the only time I realised.
So before you end up in hospital, at the height of your drinking, when you, in hindsight now, and you look back at that, like Eamon said, originally you wouldn't have thought it was a problem.
Yeah.
What would you say was the most that you were drinking? How bad did it get?
It got bad when I went to like clubs and stuff, when I was buying like £250 worth of alcohol in a night, which is ridiculous in itself.
But you must have been very drunk. I mean, people must have had to take you home, you must have been ill.
Yeah, I've had people, my friends, had to carry me home and stuff, and I didn't know that until they told me on Facebook.
Right, Mum, if this was me as a parent, I would grab her by the scruff of the neck, there would be a confrontation, and I would march her somewhere to somebody, maybe a GP as a first port of call. Did you reach that stage?
No, I got to the point where I had to ask her to leave the house because I couldn't cope with her behaviour, really.
Well, by leaving the house, and I can understand that, but you're giving her a licence to do what she wants. Incidentally, how are you affording all this?
I received £5 when I was 18, and I also had a job at the age of 17 as well.
So you hit the jackpot there?
Yeah, pretty much. I regret getting that money.
Yeah. And you spent all of it?
Yeah, I spent every bit of money. I lost that within, I say, like 3 or 4 months.
So when she went out, when you threw her out of the house, or when you asked her to leave, did you reconcile yourself to she's going to live in a flat somewhere, shack up with somebody?
I just
and
thought
she's going to
do that.
But she's going to drink and drink and drink and drink more.
I didn't think... I thought she'd try and turn her life around, you know. Oh, my mum's thrown me out. I just thought she'd realise why I did it.
Do you think it'd be a wake-up?
Yeah.
You hoped it'd be a wake-up call. Was it a wake-up call at that point? What did you do?
No, I just carried on drinking more and more, and that's when I started drinking every day, and I didn't really care. I had no future. I didn't think I had any future.
So when did the light bulb come on?
When my problem was when I went into hospital, and that's when I realised...
And what was wrong? Why did they admit you to hospital?
Originally it was for self-harming, and then it turned out I had an alcohol problem, like they found out.
So when you told them how much you were drinking, what did they say to you?
They were shocked. They literally told me, they said if I carried on drinking the amount I was drinking at the rate I was drinking, I could be dead in months. So.
And did that do it for you? Was that enough to...
At the beginning, no. It was my mum's reaction that made me realise what I was doing.
Which was?
She was crying, upset, and no mother should ever have to bury her daughter, so, yeah.
So that was your light bulb?
Yeah, that's
seeing how upset your mum was.
OK, you have been dry for how long?
6 months.
Well done to you.
Thank
That's
you.
Brilliant. And that's with a lot of help and a lot of counselling?
Yeah.
And detox programme.
Yeah.
Could I ask you what it feels like to be dry?
Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it.
How hard has it been?
Very. very, very hard, but yeah, it's worth it, definitely worth it.
What are you going to do with your life if you stay dry?
Well, I'm currently at college studying acting, and so that's hopefully what I want to pursue in the future and help other people with addictions like myself.
To anyone out there who realises they've got a bit of a problem, what would you say to them?
I'd say to them, go get help, don't be ashamed, doesn't matter how old you are, what social class or background you're from, or what sex you're from, sex you are, just get help as soon as you can, and yeah, you will receive
And what
it.
about to any teenagers, Phoebe, who are having a little bit of a binge drink at the weekend, like you were, who think, I don't have a problem with it?
I would definitely reflect and look back at it. Like, I would tell them, just think about what you're actually doing. You may think you're doing no damage, but you might be doing damage at the end of the day. You don't know what you're doing.
And Mum, final word from you, from a parent who can't cope with this, or a parent who realises they have got this problem and they don't know how to approach it, or they're not getting anywhere with it. Do you have any advice to offer them?
Yeah, take their child to the doctor and get the advice. Don't do what I did, really, throw them out, because that wasn't fair on Phoebe, really.
How are you two now?
We're
Brilliant.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you know, it was very difficult for me when you came in today, because I thought, who is the daughter, who is the mother?
You're so
I
alike,
just couldn't. You used the same optician, the same hairdresser, obviously, everything there. Continue to smile, continue to be happy.
And thank you for talking about
Thank
it.
you.
Because like you said, there might be one person there who's feeling in the same position, and
That's
it might
what we want
go
to do,
and
is
look for
help
help.
one person.
Just
at
one
least.
person, that would be amazing.
Well done, you. Well done.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Jenny, what have you got?
Yeah, well, hopefully you will have helped lots of people. We've had so many comments. Phoebe, loads of people in support of you here. Sue Maroney, well done, Phoebe. That must have been an awful time at such a young age as well. Josh has pointed out that there is indeed a fine line between binge drinking and alcoholism, and it's a line that most people don't even realise they've crossed. Lisa Lavin, I work with people who are alcohol dependent. Alcohol and its acceptance socially scares me. Well done, Phoebe. Josh Fidlier says, I think they need to put warning signs on bottles of alcohol like they do on cigarettes. Perhaps that would work. Good point. Ems Crocker, it's such a shame that drinking is almost glamorised nowadays. It's all about moderation. And to be honest, let's face it, when you're young and out with your friends, who does think sensibly? Sober is best. Well done, Phoebe. Rachel, I don't think there's anything wrong with binge drinking as long as it's not every weekend, but that's life now. It's fun. It's not going to stop. I am glad Phoebe is sober. Well done, Phoebe. And Megan, again, fantastic, Phoebe. Keep it up. Thank you all so much for your comments.